YouTube, what's good? Today we're going to be transforming my client. As you can see, he has a receding/thinning hairline. So if you have this issue, stay tuned. So I like to tell everyone the only real solution if you're thinning or going bald is honestly rocking a low cut, rocking a very low Caesar. I see a lot of guys try and grow their hair out, get curly tops and stuff, and honestly, you're just making the baldness look worse, in my opinion. That isn't to offend anyone who's receding, it's nature, you can't help it, it's genetics. But if I were receding, I would rock a low haircut, just like this. So he told me, look, just chop this down. And this was a very, smart decision that he made. He's actually from San Francisco, shout out to him. This is a new client. Majority of the guys that I cut are new. They usually find me on Instagram or YouTube. Basically just gonna take my 2-blade, go with the grain. I started at his crown. If you're wondering why I started at the top of his head, it's basically just to see his growth pattern. If you see that little light spot towards the top of his head, that's where his hair pattern starts. Everyone's hair pattern starts up there, typically. Some people have 2 of them, some people have 3. Most people just have 1 though. I'm going slow, making sure not to take any other part too low. And as you can see, he was woofing. He had a lot of hair. He told me he didn't get a cut for, I think he said like 5-6 months, something crazy. But yeah, he was woofing. He definitely needed this, and he definitely looked like a completely different person. So stay tuned to the end of the video so we can see how I transform him. I'm basically just smoothing it out now before I wash it. Whenever you cut off lots of hair like this, you always want to wash the hair because it can have a lot of buildup in it, different things from the elements and stuff. And just if you had a lot of hair up there, you just want to wash it for a fresh start. Now we're going to take our 1 guard and we're basically just going to go with the green. And what this is doing, he told me, he actually looked in the mirror after I washed it, he was like, yeah, we can go even lower than this. So that's what we're doing, just fulfilling the client's request. Now notice how I'm kind of grazing over the light areas. I'm not pressing too hard over those areas because it's already thin. You don't want to cut more because then it's going to look even more bald, So since he's just rocking it all even, he told me he didn't even want to touch his beard. We're just gonna fade the back out and shape him up, and that's gonna be the haircut. Very simple, very old school haircut. So this back taper is gonna be very straight to the point. I got my Stylecraft sabers. If you want 10% off of this, go down to in the description and use my promo code for this. My promo code is the same as my channel name. Just throw that in for any Stylecraft or Gamma. So the clippers I'm using today are going to be my JRLs to do this taper. And I'm going up about 1 inch. Very simple, very straight to the point. Nothing complicated. Next, I grab my 1 guard. My lever is fully closed. And then right above that, I open it and the back taper's finished. It's that simple. Now, this is the most important part of the haircut. We're going to start shaping them up. I'm going to start in the back. And I always tell people this. Be very gentle around their ear. You'll see once I start the area around his ear, I'm very gentle. I'm not really like trying to slice him. You know what I'm saying? I'm being gentle. I'm dragging the clipper, but I'm not dragging it, if that makes sense. I'm not piercing the skin. You want to pierce the hair, not the skin. Remember that. Pierce the hair with the trimmer, not the skin. So I usually hold the ear down with my pointer finger and then clean it up just like that. I flip it over. Sometimes if you just drag it from the top to down near the ear, you will cut your client. Sometimes. Other side, we're doing the same exact thing. And look at how that back taper really pops with the shape up added to it. That's why sometimes a simple haircut like this can go a very long way. I did really want to do his beard, but he just told me he didn't want it done. I think that really would have made the haircut complete, But nonetheless, I feel like we got him together. Now for the shape up, as you can see, very thin on both sides. So we're just gonna give him a ghost line. What that means is it's basically an invisible line just to help us see where his actual hairline is. Could I have gone up more? Sure, but you don't wanna go into that hairline, meaning you don't wanna cut off parts that are never gonna grow back. With hair that's this thin, if you cut in those corners like too deep, the hair will never grow back. Always remember that. And if it does, it may grow back even thinner. Yeah, we're starting on a C-cup. What the C-cup is basically the sideburn / vertical bar area I'm doing right now. And notice the technique I'm using. I formed 2 points and then I'm meeting them in the middle using the corner of my blade. Now that's our natural line. Now we're gonna enhance it. And I know everyone's gonna say it's gonna come off in the shower, it's over. One shower, it's over. It's actually not actually. This enhancement is waterproof. So if he gets in the shower right after this haircut, the haircut would look the same. Now if he scrubs his hair with lots of different, then it would look different. It's basically like girls' makeup, you know? So this enhancement is waterproof. If you're looking for this enhancement to buy it, same thing. Code in my description, you can get a discount. I got it all, let's get it. After that, I always like to reshape it up. And he wanted it even darker, so we're gonna add some hair fibers. Now this does come off in the shower. But if you notice, I'm not gonna use a lot since it comes off in the shower. This is just gonna make the haircut pop. But since I'm adding it on top of waterproof enhancements, it's gonna be fine. If he takes a shower, there may be a slight difference, but it's still gonna look sharp and clean, just like this. Once again, we're just gonna reshape it up. Hit those C cups. Now we're gonna use our Easy Blade razor. If you want a discount, use my promo code The4thKen. Also, link is in the description. We're gonna freehand trim the top. And this is pretty much the haircut. As you can see, he looks completely different. This is how he came in. And this is how he's leaving. Like, comment, subscribe. It's 4. I'm out. Peace.